Hello, fam. Today I got bad news for you. Norm McDonald's, one of my favorite comedians, just passed away today, and I I was surprised. It did cut me off guard because, first of all, I did not know that he was suffering from cancer. It seems like that is something he kept to himself, family, and close friends. Uh, Something to admire there for him being in an entertainment business. He never used that to call attention or for people to feel bad about him. It seemed like he just kept that very personal. So this morning, when one of my friends texted me and said, and told me the news that Norm McDonald's had passed away, it was sad news because not only I admire the guy, the name of my channel, 12 a.m. News, actually was inspired by the things Norm used to do at SNL. And I always wanted to imitate that format, but I guess I probably tried it. I couldn't do it, but I don't feel bad because Norm is Norm. And after he left SNL, no one could fit his shoes. No one could do the weekly updates, the news, as funny as Norm McDonald's used to do it. So with that said, guys, if you click to this video, it's because you probably know about Norm, and if you do not know, well, I put together, several videos, 3 videos. So with that said, guys, I'll leave you with these videos, and my condolences and prayers and thoughts goes to the family of Mr. Norm McDonald's. We're gonna miss you, and we will carry you in our hearts and minds forever. And those are sincere words because as a comedian, that's all I know. I follow these guys. I admire them. I like music. I play music. You can check out my channel, but what I love the most is comedy. So to know that Norm McDonald's passed away, it's going to be a sad day. Take care, guys, and enjoy the videos.
I wasn't going to talk about the coronavirus, but on the way here I got really ill. But I think it was because I ate a cherry pie. Like, I got a cherry pie from Bristol Farms, and then I ate it, and then the car was going weird, and I was like, oh. And then he turned on the radio, Jeremy, and then all the fucking news was like, the guy was like, well, there's been so far 11 cases, 50, 200. I don't feel good, you're like, oh. This is not good. I feel like I'm in a fucking middle of a Stephen King novel or something fucking like that. What is this? So my plan is just to not die. Survive long enough where they find a cure. Some people will have to die. But finally they'll find a cure for me. And then I'll thank all this. It's funny how Big Pharma is so evil till now. It's like, what is it, $200 a pill? Yeah, that's good, that's fine, I'll take. Give me all you got. But and now I'm sniffling and I don't know what that is. Could be the cocaine, I guess. Get so nervous about this goddamn, and then so I take cocaine, and then that makes the anxiety even more crippling. It's funny that we all now know how we're going to die. It's just a matter of what order at this point. I went to the Costco and the fucking everybody trying to buy shit and everything, like the end of the world. And I'm like, anything? And they go, you gotta make yours. I'm like, I don't know how to make Purell. Oh, I can't touch my fucking face. Remember the good old days when washing your hands didn't take 3 hours? Like A, B, C, D. Just take me now.
Our next guest has performed at clubs all over Canada and the United States, including the Improv in Los Angeles and also Catch a Rising Star and Stand Up New York here in Manhattan. And now, making his network television debut, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Norm McDonald. Norm, are you...
Well, thanks. Good to be here. I've been traveling around a lot, watching a lot of the TV, you know, and last week I was watching the Hollywood Squares, and a secret square, J.D. Salinger. But I like game shows. That's my favorite thing, you know, big prizes and everything. You ever see The Dating Game? You ever see that show? That's a weird show there. The prize on that show, another contestant. Talk about cheap. And they always do the same thing on that show. They get a beautiful girl, match her up with 3 giant dorks. Last week they had a guy on, was a crazy guy, loony bin, psycho, wingnut. You can tell by the way they introduce him. They go, bachelor number 2 is a shadowy lurking character whose hobbies include skulking. Please welcome from no fixed address. He's just a guy. Menacing figure shambles into the studio there, you know, and then they make the girl ask those questions, you know, laced with sexual innuendo. You know, girl go, bachelor number 2, if I were a popsicle, what would you do to me then if I were a popsicle? That's what it says in the card here. And the guy goes, well, if you're a popsicle, huh? Well, first of all, I guess I'd take your wrapper off. If you know what I mean. And then I'd grab a hold of your sticks. If you know what I mean. And then I'd press you against the counter till you're broken too. Put happy in the freezer till later. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm getting at? It's crazy. But a lot of violence on TV. You know, kids aren't supposed to watch violence now on TV.
Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. So,